We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
Step right up, got tickets on sale. In today's episode, trains coming off the rails. Watch it all burn from the screen on your phone. But don't you worry about it, you're safe at home. Every talking head will tell you everything's fine. It's the blind leading the blind. Yeah, it's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on. The world's strongest drop the ball, and the tent's caving in from the weight of it all. Yeah, the lion's at the cage, puppets in a rage, and the ringleader's on parade. It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Come on! Witness the greatest show on earth! Enjoy the play! Do not panic! Everything's fine!
It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Everything's fine.
Howdy. How y'all doing? It's Tuesday. I know you just see me yesterday. You guys are going to be sick of me. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it on time, but I made it. So trying to figure out, I was trying to figure out who got here first. Maybe it was Lays and Blaze that got here first, but I thought he said something else about, maybe that was on a comment or something about his sister's birthday or something. But she's JW. She don't celebrate. I don't know. I missed something in there. But thank you, Lays and Blaze. Hey, Sugar Britches. Yes, 2 nights in a row. I'm telling you, you guys are going to be sick of me. Mishka, how are you, darling? We missed you, Ann. Thank you, darling. Much appreciated. Thank you, buddy. Gay. You're gay, buddy. I saw a great video of Haitian invasion of Springfield, Ohio. Yeah, I did too. Actually, I did see that. It was on Facebook. And I think one of Bobby's friends that's friends with me on Facebook posted it. I think so. Hey, Ty. How are ya? No Sugar Britches again. Yeah, so we're just hanging out tonight. We will chit-chat about all the shit's going on. I mean, the phony investigations they're doing. But I was surprised at something DeSantis said. So we'll talk about that. Hey, Frankeny. Foxy Frankeny, how are you? I know, isn't the intro great? That is courtesy of Mouse and AV who put it together. And it was my birthday card from AV and Mouse and Katie K and Big Dog Ma. I thought it was super cool. I thought they did a really good job. And who did I miss? Oh, hey, LW. Was Buddy the great getaway driver? Well, fuck no, they'd still be going around in circle on the same block. Which way do we go? How do we get out of this? Can you imagine Buddy in oh, what the hell do you call him? Why, it just totally left my mind. The roundabouts. Buddy just keep going in circles like, what the hell? I'm just giving you shit, buddy. Buddy said it was your mother, LW. Hey, Mrs. Mack, how are you, sweetheart? Trump just said at the town hall that it was a woman who got the pics of the shooter and sent them to the law enforcement. Imagine that. You know shit's going south when it's fucking women that's starting to save us. I'm sorry, but I mean, let's be honest here. Unless you're 5. I mean, we'll try to save you, but we are women. Let's be honest. He said that women are smarter than men. Oh, Jesus, he's going to have all the men pissed off at him now. Where's Yank? I want to hear what Yank has to say about that. Give Buddy another reason to hate him. He already hates Trump so bad. That's hilarious. That'll piss Rick off too. I think I'm gonna text Rick that. Trump said that women are smarter than men. What do you think of that? That'll piss him right off. And you posted a link. What's the link, sweetheart? Oh, the invasion on YouTube. Yeah, we might watch that in a little bit. Hey Scott, how are you? You are checking in from the Carnival Miracle. So he is on a cruise and he's checking in with us. How cool is that? Oh, that's awesome, Scott. Thank you. And thank you for coming by last night and dropping me a super chat and hanging out with us for a bit. Much appreciated, darling. And oh, Miss Mac. I didn't go low enough, did I? It's okay. He tells me that a lot. We need to clip it. Right? We do. Bumpman, what's up? Yeah, wouldn't that be nice partying on a cruise boat? I'm checking in from the glory hole. Isn't that just exciting as a cruise? Well, might be. I mean, hell. Hey, Brent, what's up? How are you? So yeah, I loved my little intro or my little card that Mouse and AV made. I thought that was pretty. I thought they did a really good job on it. I had been listening to DeSantis and he was talking about that he didn't feel that the same people that were trying to convict Trump of stuff should be the ones investigating who was trying to shoot him. And I said, well, I thought to myself, well, us laymen, us just, Joe Blow, that's what we have to put up with just because, they're investigating anything that we do wrong, but they're also the ones that, pin our ass to the wall too. So how is that different? I'm a little clueless. But I don't think they should be the ones investigating anything because I think they're part of it. The whole damn alphabet tribe. Where's Arby? I don't know. I sent him a link. Maybe he's just busy. I keep forgetting that, people have lives that don't completely revolve around me. It's okay. I can take it. Look, we only had to say it one time. We didn't even have to say it 3 times.
I was just lurking, playing with my car.
What you call it now?
No. I'm just one of those weird autistic nerds that plays with cars. It's okay.
Well, that's what I was asking. Is that what you call it now? As a car?
No, I'm actually I'm fucking around with. I'm fucking around with a toy car. Okay, I'm fucking around with a toy car. I'm literally fucking around with a toy car. Yep.
I could still make a joke out of that. I'm sorry, but it's there. You just keep saying it. You had to put toy in there. Come on.
It's small. What are you gonna
do? That's what we've heard.
Yeah, it's Mad Max Hot Wheels, exactly.
Baxter says if you put peanut butter on it, though, it makes it bigger.
Baxter says you're disgusting. Baxter says he is a wholesome young man and
I just lost
disinterested in your. All right, we got to wait a few hours before I. Oh, sorry, only autistic. My bad.
Right. He's printing 3D cars. Is he? Well, are they drivable?
Vroom vroom.
Vroom vroom. Hey, where were you last night?
When you go live at midnight East Coast time, where am I?
Yeah, sorry. I forget.
I'm in bed. Very much asleep.
You should have woke up and at least said, "No, I'm just joking."
I'm sorry. I'll set my camera up and you can watch me and Baxter sleeping. How's that sound?
Oh, no. I don't even want to watch Marvin sleeping, let alone anybody else.
All right. Well, I offered.
Well, damn. What else you been doing?
What else have I been doing? Work. Love my job. It's wonderful. Best.
Right.
No drama, no issues,
Never.
no nothing.
Never.
A little bit of weeding in the front. Cut down like a fig tree that was like randomly growing.
Figs?
It was growing under like some cement that would have messed up neighbor stuff. Didn't want to take them off. One morning I was getting ready to go to work and Baxter was very busy behind the couch.
You're going all robot on me. How come?
My internet? I don't know.
Oh, I can't hear you now.
Too loud?
That's weird.
What? She went down. No, it's all working on my end as far as I can tell.
That's weird. It was like they didn't want us to talk.
I was going to tell you a story about Baxter, but I guess I'm not allowed to tell it.
Tell it. Do it. Hey, Kimmy, baby.
No, so I was going to say is that I was getting ready for work one day, and he was very busy behind the couch. I couldn't figure out what he was up to. So I go and look behind the couch, and he's sitting there playing with the dead mouse. I think he's trans and identifies as a cat now.
Oh, God. See, it's because of where you work. This is the problem. See, you cannot, it doesn't matter what your beliefs are. See what happens? It's literally rubbing off on you and you're taking it home to poor Baxter.
I see.
I think that he's probably going to, isn't there a complaint he can put in for that? Like being the only child of yours?
I think the odds are too low. I don't think It's real. I don't believe it.
So much for caring about dogs, huh?
I'm gonna put some, like preacher or whatever on him to make him normal again.
How are you?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, on a serious note, though, like I took him to the vet for these allergy issues again, and they're all like, "You should cut his balls off. That'll fix the problem."
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-mm. Do you see what I mean? They're so
Yeah.
full of shit.
I think they just want to cut his balls off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then when that don't work, then they can say, okay, let's try this. Okay, let's try that. Okay, let's try this $3,000 experiment. Oh, that didn't work? Okay, let's try this one. I know the last one was 3,000, but this one's only 1,700. So yeah, it's okay. Look, it's less.
But I don't understand what does testosterone and testicles have to do with allergies?
Well,
that's the part I'm confused about.
women should probably be allergic to them, but they're not. That's the only thing I can think of that relates to it in any way.
Useless.
Useless. That's right. Hey, AV, what's up? Did you see my birthday card?
Asking me?
Yeah, you.
I mean, happy birthday. I saw you stream last night.
Did you see the birthday card that they made me?
You posted somewhere?
No. It was in the video. Did you see the intro?
Did
Today?
you just play today?
Yeah.
No, I showed up a few minutes late.
Okay. I knew it. That's it. See, I knew you didn't want to admit that you were late. It's okay. It's okay that you're late. This class, you can be late.
I was happy to admit it.
Fucker. Okay. Okay, this is my birthday card that Army Vet and Mouse made for me, and it is super cute. And I'm going to kind of change the very end of it, and so that I can use it for an intro because they love me like that. So watch this. It's me in a nutshell, dude. I mean, wait till you see this.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
Step right up, got tickets on sale, and today's episode, trains coming off the rails. Watch it all burn from the screen on your phone, but don't you worry about it, you're safe at home. Every talking head will tell you everything's fine. It's the blind leading the blind. Yeah, it's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on. Well, the world's strongest man just dropped the ball, and the tent's caving in from the weight of it all. Yeah, the lions at the cage, puppets in a rage, and the ringleaders on parade. It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that it's the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Come on. Witness the greatest show on earth. Ignore the flames. Do not panic. Everything's fine.
It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that it's the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Do not panic. Everything's fine.
I quit.
That's pretty cool. I think I hopped on right at the end, and I saw that last frame there before. That's cool. That's really cool. I'm impressed with whoever's editing skills.
Yeah, the
Do they
one
make-
where the
is that
dude's
someone-
dressed up as a woman.
Are you talking about our Secretary of Health or whatever, Rachel Levin? Admiral late Rachel Levin?
No, the other.
How
No,
could you?
it's the other one. It's right. Let me show you.
Spinning. I was lying, but elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. With the world still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Come on! Witness the greatest show on earth! Enjoy the flames! Do not panic! Everything's fine! Everything's fine!
It's a circus out here.
What the fuck? Oh, you piece of shit. Right there. That's funny. I stopped it right at the perfect spot.
Oh,
Know who that is?
is that Bloodman's girlfriend?
That's Buddy dressed up as a cake lady. I fucking love it. Yeah, that's poor Buddy. Poor Buddy. Anyways, super fun. We had a blast. We sat and bullshitted for a little over 4 hours, and I didn't start it till 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to get up early this morning and do a freaking Zoom meeting. I didn't want to do that. I was so tired.
Now, why do you think I go to bed at a reasonable time? You just happen to live on the wrong side of the country.
I know.
Or the right side of the country, depending on how you view it. I don't know which is the correct way.
Well, it's the right side, but I mean, you're on the left and the wrong. But it's okay.
I mean, look, my philosophy is this: if the world ends and they just like nuke the nuclear war or whatever, I'm close enough to DC that I just get to go out right away. I don't have to deal with like years of the world ending from post-apocalyptic bullshit. It's fine. I just won't be here, or maybe I'll get lucky and I'll be one of those like radiation zombie things that live forever.
Yeah, that would be not fun.
I'll travel to the West Coast and I'll come find you to I don't know, whatever radiation zombies do. Give you radiation.
I don't know. Can you save me? If not, go away. I don't want you to kill me with your radiation.
I don't know. I'll have to check my lore and get back to you.
Yeah, I have no idea how that works. We should probably learn before we can't. Where's Tony G and Fly? I believe they both came in last night. Blunt came up on panel. So we got to visit with him for a while. That was super fun. RB is a Fallout ghoul.
Exactly. I'm a Fallout ghoul.
Yeah. What else do I know?
Yeah. And then what else? Army Vet was talking about it, but the Israelis blew up a bunch of pagers and blew up a bunch of Hezbollah terrorist people in Lebanon, including the pager that was on the ambassador from Iran to Lebanon.
Sugar Britches. I thought you were here, Sugar Britches. I know I said hi to you. You came in. You went to bed before we were done, right? I think that P. Diddy thing was a smokescreen from that cell phone. Heck, who knows? I think all these attempted assassinations on Trump. I think they're all a smokescreen for some. I think they're doing something else. I mean, I mean, and the fact that they keep, trying to take him out with the same type of gun, this should tell us like a lot. They have other motives. Hey, Marjorie.
Blunt man, it won't let me type it, but I would have totally done it for free. I don't know why you have to pay me 500 caps. I don't think it likes the word blunt. There's some like block.
Shouldn't be. I think I took out all the blunt words. I think I took out all the blocked words.
Oh, it's when I type from in here to go into YouTube, so it might be on their end.
Oh,
it's all good.
Hey, Art.
I usually can find my way around it, but it's hard when you can't say the person's name. I guess I could have called him BM. From now on, if I can't type your name, you're Mr. Bowel Movement.
That's right. BM.
Sucks that they blocked your name.
BM, get over here.
But yeah, I think this newest attempt on Trump, I think this was actually like crazy person who's like bought into the rhetoric. I have a lot of concerns about the other one potentially, involving some, things we won't know about for 15 years or whatever.
That he was able to set up camp. I mean, Jesus Christ, he had all his shit hanging on the fence, and I mean, and nobody noticed except for one person.
They're not offering him the protection that they should be. I mean, Elon Musk made some joke on, Twitter or whatever about how, nobody's going to make an attempt on Biden or on Harris, and they got all butthurt and upset, and they were like, he's trying to get people to go make threats. He's, and he was actually making a joke. It was quite obvious if you're not an idiot. And the reality is that they are, at this point in my mind, and have been since the first attempt, willfully choosing not to protect Trump because he is the only person at any significant level at this point in U.S. politics that is at any real risk from, attempt.
Yeah.
And if they're not protecting him, like the biggest fucking VIP in the world, then it's a failure on a systemic level from the higher ups or from the administration itself.
Brent said, have y'all watched the interviews with that guy or seen the comments from his son yet? So I heard something. Who was it last night said something about the son. I can't remember. The son had said something. It was in the chat. Maybe it was Art that said it. I can't remember.
I heard something on a podcast about his son talking about his dad, but I don't recall all the details of. I mean,
well, don't you think
out? Drop a link. Post it.
Don't you think it's strange that they were only checking like 1 to 2 holes ahead? I mean, do we not know how far guns can shoot? Do we forget?
Well, this is why I say they were starved for manpower. I don't fucking understand. Excuse my language, but like, I don't get why Trump didn't say from his campaign, like, look, we're hiring some private security, and like, we need to raise money for that. Because there are people that would totally give them money under that guise, even if that's not what they used it for. But like, just recognize that like I say, the government is not going to provide you the resources it needs, so you need to do it yourself.
Well, I was kind of pissed at Trump. I have to tell you, the first time when he was like, they did everything they could to, I really have to hand it to him. If it wasn't for them, you probably wouldn't have been shot in the ear, you dummy. you probably would have been
how I
shot
saw it.
right in the forehead. So I don't understand how you can say they did a good job. They didn't do a good job. They fucked up on 100 different ways to Sunday.
Here's how I saw that statement. He always sees individual agents, soldiers, whatever, as being something to look positively at. And so I think even if he is going to recognize that there's systemic issues or that the higher ups failed, he's not going to blame it on individuals unless there's some obvious points that they can, show. And the statements that he made on that, especially in the moment early on, you have to see it from his perspective. All he's seeing is people jumped on top of him, protected him, and shot the dude that's shooting at him. And that's just the messaging that he's built on.
Well, I don't like it. I think it's a false. It's false. It's absolutely false. They didn't do a good job. They're totally. I mean, here's a perfect example. If they'll fuck him over, if those law enforcement people will screw him over, what makes you think they won't screw the normal person over? Fuck that.
If you look at what happened in Butler, from what I understand following the stories, the local police actually were the ones who tried to do something and were, the ones that reacted. And the problem was, in that situation at least, was that if you don't believe it was set up intentionally, but that there was not a good communication system set up between the local police and the Secret Service, but that could easily have been set up intentionally. But if you follow the stories and like the interviews and the statements and whatnot that have come out, it seems that the local police were actually trying to do their damn job, but the Secret Service was the ones that sucked and failed. Hang on, I'll be back in 1 second. I'm just going to help Baxter. He's whining because he wants his ball.
Okay. Yeah, I don't understand a lot of it. Something, I don't know. To me, there's something not right. The fact that they were only, I mean, how many times does a guy have to be shot at before you start doing more than just the average security? And I'm sorry, but check in 1 to 2 holes ahead of time. That is literally mediocre. I mean, you can't get why wouldn't you be checking all the way as far as anybody could shoot? You better be looking.
They should have
all the way around that son of a bitch.
This is my point. They should be doing what they used to do when he was president, which is shut down the goddamn golf course, and just it is what it is.
Right? Yeah. Until this is over. Well,
it's a few months. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. And if he can't play golf for a few months until he, is under the Secret Service protection, then so be it. But it's fucked up what's going on completely. But you have to, deal with the system that you're in. Again, I don't see an individual agent as being the fault for them not having enough agents to cover an entire golf course.
Well, the thing about it is, I mean, we're all talking about like their Secret Service agents, but from what I heard, they weren't Secret Service agents at the last one, and I don't know about, or at the first one, and I don't know about this one.
Yeah, and Butler, supposedly the Secret Service was at like all these other events, and they were DHS agents that they gave like a 3-hour like video on how to do protection detail and just slapped them out there.
Pulled them out of the offices. It's like, come on.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, our government at this point, this is how I look at it. Again, I can see the conspiracy there and I'm willing to entertain it. But even if it's not there, the sheer incompetence of our government is just damning beyond belief. And if it is conspiracy, then, oh my God, how evil is the people that are in charge trying to stay in charge. We need to get rid of them one way or the other. Either they're incompetent or they're evil. But either way, they do not belong where they are.
No.
That's how.
Hey, Sippin'. How are you, sweetheart? Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, you better be making sure yourself that you're safe, because trusting anybody else to do it. I mean, this is, I think, a perfect example of they don't give 2 shits about any of us. And I think this is I mean, you say that the local cops were, doing their part. But, you know, to me, the first attempt when they did that, they all passed the buck. Everyone, well, it was the local cops' fault. Well, no, it was fucking Secret Service. Well, no, it was DHS. Well, no, it was Homeland Security. Well, no, it was the FBI. Well, fuck, come on.
I mean,
You're
the
all
body
one.
cams exist and were put out of what the local police were doing and what happened. The radios from the local police were put out with them trying to radio and warn the Secret Service, like, 10 minutes before or whatever, when they saw him trying to go up, and when they were warned by the 45 minutes before by local people or whatever, seeing him walking around looking suspicious. Like, they put out,
but if the
they put out the
local
audio. Like, okay,
doing their job, why? How come they didn't? And okay, so even if it wasn't their job, if they seen that open spot, they already seen what happened the last when he almost was shot in the head. They seen then how the ball was dropped 100 different ways. So why wouldn't they have went up and made sure that there was nobody, ahead of them getting ready to take him out? I don't understand. And this is what I mean about, all of these different agencies always going, well, it wasn't our fault. We were doing our job. No, the fuck you weren't. None of you guys were doing your job, because here's the one thing that I do know is they always put safeguards in each different agencies. There's lots of safeguards. So you'd have thought that somebody would have caught that, the same as last time. So you would have thought that somebody would have caught it. But how come they didn't? Well, now we're going to hear the excuses as why. Well, they were in control of this part and we were in control of this part. And I just call bullshit on all of it. And because they keep making excuses for him, it's not going to stop. They're going to do everything they can to kill him. So for me, I don't believe it is just incompetence. I believe they're helping. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter one way. It really doesn't matter one way or the other. The reality, the answer is the same either way.
Yeah, clean the slate. That's the answer.
Revolution. I'm gonna get a cannon, right? I'm gonna be so ready. Get me one of those big ass balls and just some gunpowder. And just
right.
Big emote.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that I don't know. Number one, I do think that Trump needs to start holding these guys accountable and saying, you guys are fucking up, dude. I'm gonna get shot if you keep fucking up here.
Well, so this is why I say he needs to hire his own people, because at the end of the day, he has no power. He has no power until, assuming he wins the election, he has no power until January 21st. And when he has power, he can immediately fire every single person. But nobody from the current administration seems to want to address any of this stuff. So until then, his best option, I think, is to ensure his own security.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I do agree. I thought that he had his own security. I thought he already had some of his own security hired. So for me, when it would have happened the first time, I'm fairly certain I would have dealing with any of these crooked bastards, I would have already had my own security detail, and it would, the kind of money he has, hell yeah, I'd have made sure my ass was covered.
Mm-hmm. And again, like I say, he could definitely fundraise and raise some money for it. People would donate. He has too many sycophantic followers to not be able to.
Mm-hmm.
But this is why I say, to me, this speaks, there's so many questions around that kid from the first one and the whole situation that so much of it speaks, with him supposedly having no contacts and no history, and finding weird, random, very mild, minor Discord use and very minor, foreign VPN based, internet use and a cell phone with nothing on it. like, but going to gun ranges with other people and a few things like that. To me, that and the stuff that you brought up, it speaks so much more highly of some sort of not just like allowed situation, but manufactured situation. Again, this current one to me just seems like sheer incompetence and lack of manpower. And when I say incompetence, I mean on the level of where they choose to allocate the resources for protection details for important people.
Did you hear the FBI agent, the FBI, big dog there, whatever the fuck, director? And today, or was it today or yesterday? And he was talking about how he was basically making excuses for everything that went on with this attempt, as well as, I mean, that's probably the most frustrating part for me, is they just continue to make excuses and don't fix what is going wrong. And so, and the thing about it is this is our money going to this shit. And for what? He's not being protected. So I don't believe that any of this is going to change until people start fucking getting pissed off about the fact that they're not doing their job. It doesn't matter if it's getting your mail to you or fucking protecting a president. They can't seem to handle the fucking job.
Well, the protecting the president part, like I say, as Trump has said many times, to the Biden administration, you don't fire anybody. Like the Secret Service director should have just been fired the next day. If you don't hold people accountable, then you're never going to get, anybody that holds themselves accountable. You're going to get bad outcomes constantly. This is what I was talking about in Discord about my own, job and whatnot. Nobody gets held accountable. So why should anybody hold themselves accountable? So quality slips and then, builds difficulty and struggle and animosity and people hold it against each other. And then it just creates toxic situations. And so that's why I say, they choose not to fix this stuff. They're choosing to leave it be. They're choosing to let it happen.
I agree, LW.
He says they didn't fire anybody after the Afghanistan debacle. Yeah, I mean, if you go out into the world and you show how useless we are, and then you don't do anything about it and show how we're going to change, you tell everybody we're a joke.
Yep. At this point, we are a fucking joke.
You're just trying to get to help you.
I don't know that I think some of us can learn from our history, but some of us, first of all, let's remember that when you realize what the real history was, it's kind of like LW said, it's laughable as to what they fed us all those years ago.
Hey, don't put it under there. Sorry. I should mute myself.
So I think Baxter's, I think he's training Arby to get his toys, and it's working.
That's exactly what he's trying to do. If you want to play Baxter, just bring the ball to me.
He's not trying to do it. He did it. You got up 2-3 times and got his ball for him. He's got you trained.
I mean, Trump's put some. The people immediately around Trump are probably great, but there's only so much they can do. They rely on other people to deal with the outer rings of security. Yep, that's what I was getting at.
I don't know. I just think that
I met a lot of local cops, most of them are decent people that just want to do their job. That's really it.
Well, I think until they're stuck in that situation, in a situation that puts it to where they can be an asshole or they can do the right thing, I think that you really don't know whether they're decent people or not. And that's the problem, especially this day and age, because I don't think that morals ride where they used to. I think that our morals are a lot lower than they used to be.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. But what I've seen happen is a lot of people that are not cut out for the type of work that they go into, be it any of these sort of public safety jobs that I've seen, they tend to wash themselves out. They have a problem, they cause issues, they start problems. But
This golf guy said he was too poor to have his own lawyer, but went on multiple trips to Ukraine in the last 2 years.
and did multiple like media interviews and all kinds of stuff like that, trying to raise awareness or like get
Right.
people to join
It's
a
totally
foreign
normal.
legion in Ukraine. Supposedly, the Foreign Legion, he never had anything to actually do with it. But if that's the case, then that's just more of a show of how, much of a joke the legacy media is. Like, they just
Well,
believed some dude who was, like, in Ukraine and got on a webcam with them and was like, yeah, I can tell you all about what's going on. I know everything. It just goes to show you how propaganda they are. Like, how much they're propagandists. How much they're... But, like, because, they just pulled somebody on who could say the things they wanted, which was, everybody support Ukraine, Ukraine good, wonderful, everyone wants to run and help them. And didn't vet anything about this guy at all.
well, big deal if they have to pass Secret Service. I mean,
I just, I call me naive, call me wrong, but I just tend to think in these agencies, most of these agencies, especially in an agency like Secret Service, that the problems are coming from high up issues, not from individual level agents, going, oh, fuck Trump, I don't want him around, I'm just not going to protect him today. No, I think these people care about doing their job and doing it right. And I think that, they care about protecting their asset or whatever it is. And they don't care if it's who it is because they're going to do their job properly. And I think it's the higher up level people that are like, oh no, we're just going to staff, a handful of people so that he's able to get, clapped.
no, they did. I'm sure they're not going to either. Remember when they released the supposed one that was supposed to have been in charge at the last one? She escaped out of there after the first questioning, and we never seen her again.
Yeah, because like Trump said, they don't fire anybody. They don't hold anybody accountable for being shitty at their jobs.
She didn't even have to come back and answer the questions again. They made the guy that basically took her spot do it. I'm like, well, how much fucking sense does that make? Marv said, well, they were probably there, and I mean, he was obviously there, and
But-
second man, da 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 da. Doesn't matter. He wasn't making the fucking decision. She was.
But she's a woman.
I don't give two flying fucks. This is a problem. This is, you know what? It really sucks because I really tried hard to stand us up for us women and go, we can do anything a man can do. Well, guess what? Bullshit. No, we can't. That we have our spots. And I'm sorry. But leading a bunch of fucking men to watch over our country or any of it. Sorry, I don't think so. We do really good jobs at certain jobs. Those just aren't it. I don't believe.
Well, I'm really impressed with women's ability to reholster guns.
Are you?
Yes. Yeah. That's I think the best skill women have, in my opinion.
I mean, granted, if you only had to watch a video and then learned how to holster a gun, you might miss a few times. She's damn lucky she didn't shoot herself. Jesus.
It's like one of those people in the cop shows that, they handed some fake gun and put in the corner to be an extra, and the person has no idea what a gun is, and they're like holding it ridiculous or whatever. You're sitting there watching it and it just pulls you right out of the movie, the show, whatever it is, with somebody in the background just looking silly as all hell.
You're right, Blister Bill. And there's only one thing we can do. There's only one. I mean, Democrats are in complete and permanent control of the swamp. So we can sit here and pussyfoot around about it and go, no, you can't talk like that. And careful, it's hard on my ears and all that shit. But sorry, it's the truth.
Look, Uncle Joe taught me that I can't defend myself against the government without the kind of weapons they have, so I demand a nuclear weapon. Just one. I just want one.
Hey, look who's here. Mr. Duggar.
What are you doing, you good-looking thing?
I'm just loving life. How about you?
Oh, man, pretty excited. DeSantis is throwing his cards in on that, investigating that second shooter deal, which I'm, making it a state thing. Maybe he might finally get some answers on some of this shit, because when you got the guy that's trying to prosecute Trump handling investigative stuff like, the first shooting, what do you know? Information just seems to disappear. You never hear about it anymore. They wash the blood off the building. They, burn the body. Well, what would they do, in Florida? Nothing, because they got a watchdog on them now. So maybe his investigators get to talk to this fella, and maybe we can get an idea where he's getting his money to travel around and chase Trump down. And how did he know he was going to be out there at that damn golf course? The swamp's so thick of evil, and it's not just Democrats. Them rhinos are trying to do in rounds, so you got to watch them. God, everybody throw a prayer for President Trump.
Yeah.
They out to kill him. They straight up want to kill him.
Oh, hell yeah, they do. Somebody does. And I'm sorry. I just don't believe that there's a bunch of random people that would go, well, maybe, the left is crazier than a pet coon, but I still, I still think that there's encouragement.
It really surprises me they haven't brought out a real sniper on his ass. What I say about a real sniper, compared to the two idiots that just tried to kill him, a real sniper would have got him 98, 99% of the time.
Well, and he probably wouldn't have used that specific weapon to do so. So I'm just going to put that out there. Yeah. I say that again and again, because I don't believe that is, just saying.
The weapon he had would get the job done at that distance. Don't get it wrong, especially scoped out. But it wouldn't be I wouldn't choose that caliber.
Yeah, well, we know he was a commie because he was using a commie rifle.
Yeah, they keep calling it an AK. It's an SKS, what it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't double check.
It wouldn't even. I'd make a SKS a little less gun than an AK, really. You know what I mean? But in a fight, for long distance shooting, you you get a real sniper with a real gun with a 7 mag or a 6.5 Creedmoor or something that reaches out and touches something. 300 Win mag. You know.
Show up with my Barrett.
Yeah.
Not just gonna kill him. Gonna just blow the entire head off. No, it was a joke. I'm not serious. I'm not doing anything. I don't own a Barrett. Don't even own an F-16. I'm just boned.
I got a shitload of marbles.
That's right.
Yeah, they're in a jar on your desk.
That's it. But my guns, they all sank on my boat. No, he was.
I know.
You know, my
That's how
dog
come I
ran
don't
off.
have a boat.
Your boat sank too?
Yeah, my boat sank.
Yeah, well, my dog ran off with mine into the woods, and I haven't seen him again. So
Said he was going to go get that bear himself, right?
Exactly. No, he was going deer hunting. He likes the deer that are in like the wood area behind us.
Yeah, man, we actually getting some rain. Didn't see that.
We are too, actually. I just
Not much. It rained just enough so my poor little plants outside just been as happy as they could be.
I don't even want to see it because when it starts raining here, it usually don't stop till next summer.
A little early for that, right?
We get
We
get a monsoon where we get an evening shower just about every day, part of the summer and stuff. It would have been really great. And I got grass that's over a foot tall around my yard. Mule deer come through here and just start grazing through it. Pretty cool.
It's weird. We've actually been we got 2 reminded me of monsoons. I mean, usually that's not how it rains here. When it rains here, we don't usually get total downpours that just drench everything in a quick hurry. Ours usually starts up and it'll just drizzle for days and rain for days and days and days. It didn't do that. It came down in fucking truckloads, I swear. So I was Lucas was standing at the window and he said, "Nana, water." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Swim." Because that water must have been that deep on the road out there. It was pretty deep. I was like, "No, we're not going swimming today, bud. We'll watch it from here." It was pretty bad.
And when I was coming up in Texas, we'd get a big old, we call it a flood, little flood action, and local lakes would kind of wash into the ditches. We'd be out there shooting gar with a bow in the ditches. Every once in a while, you'd see a catfish go across the road. That's pretty cool. But man, I live in a desert now. When I first got to the desert, we got a place down there in Madrid, and it's not Madrid, but it's Madrid. They get mad at you, they get rid of you. That's how it's pronounced. And they have a big bar there, you can go out and sit outside with your cold beer and drink cold beer, and it was raining cats and frogs, man. I mean, it was raining. And here were a bunch of these silly ass people out there watching this arroyo run, just jumping up and down, all happy. And I go, "What the hell?" They go, "It's raining." And I said, "Okay, these people are nuts." Shit, 3 years later, I was out there with them. "Oh yeah, baby, let it rain." But I don't know, man. I'm just figured to stop by. I got bases to go blow up.
Are you gonna go pick on the kids, huh? Or let the kids pick on you?
I'm gonna go let them have a chance at the title. We on a pretty small, big map, but a small server. Not very many people on it. So my boys are showing up. We're learning how to build a cave base that's almost impenetrable.
Those cave bases. Oh my god, you can waste so many rockets, much C4.
Yeah, my guys got 10 years experience in he's led them down this false hallway. If they start blowing in, they think they're going to go one way. If they take the bait and go the way that he wants them to go, and we're pretty sure he will, because the entrance is not your ordinary. You wouldn't even know it was an entrance if you didn't know and watch him build it. And so they got to come through about 5 sheets of armor before they even get close to a real door to come to us. And then we got, of course, we got power coming from up top. We got pipe down with extra batteries in case they cut our electricity. And we got turrets sitting there all over the place. So it's not going to be fun coming in there, I guarantee you. And then every corner's got a shotgun trap in it. So come on in.
I just want good luck.
I'd just like to be there when they try to raid it.
Yeah, as I say, hopefully you get an online raid.
Yeah, that's the funnest part of that fucking game, dude. So we built this big old base. My nephew took to that game like a duck to water. I mean, he liked building shit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
He built us a badass base, and we heard on the winds that we were fixing to get raided. So I went out there and put about 200 landmines around my base. We have one little place you could go out of the base. Then you had to run straight through out there, and then you could go left or right. But if you didn't do that, you were fixing to get blowed up. And dude, they come in, they all full of piss and vinegar, and they started hitting them landmines, bro. I was out there getting all kinds of free gear and their rockets. Yeah, come on, thanks for the rockets. Yeah, boom, here's one of them back. And we had a blast, man. And we went 3 teams, and then finally the 2 little Chads with all the boom come and did us in. But they were like my buddy. They 10,000 hour guys.
The newest update, the new map generation and map stuff looks really cool.
Yamaha said Krampus is coming for you, Duggar, is the anti-clause.
Whatever. I ain't scared. I learned a long time on that game, ain't nothing but pixels. And in real life, you don't want none of this Batman.
There's no respawns in real life.
Never mind. I have my anti-raid weapons here too. You know what I mean?
Keep it in mind. There's no respawns in real life.
You don't respawn for my butt when you do it in real time. Unless you come back as a tree. Somebody planted you when I get done. But I'm happy. I hope I don't have to ever do that, because I don't want that stain on my soul, Man, I don't know. I was thinking about going ahead and finish growing my beard out, but I think I'm going to shave tonight, man. I'm just starting to itch. This side shit's starting to itch. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you should just leave this part.
Yeah. I might get rid of the mustache, too.
Well, I got the whole beard.
Yeah. Well, shit. I don't know, man. There's so much evil in this world surrounding Trump. I think that's why he's here at this time, and you cannot say that son of a bitch ain't a tough son of a bitch or a courageous man. Okay, he knows they're out there trying to get to him and kill him. He ain't stopping. He's just like, whatever. I'm gonna get this job done. I got protection. And I think that the people that's supposed to be in charge of protecting him, they're on purposely leaving open spots to get him killed.
that's how I kind of feel. And like Arby said, it doesn't either way. Arby kind of thinks it's incompetence on this one, which I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. It's absolutely unacceptable, and it shouldn't have happened the way it did again. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it should have been caught.
No, I'm not leaning one way or the other. I'm just saying I see both arguments. It
Right,
just, to me, it doesn't really matter what argument you go for or what your personal position is. The reality of how you act and what the outcome to take away from it is the same.
Mm-hmm.
That was the point I was making.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, do I want to have Trump as a president again? Damn right I do. I think he was the best damn president we have had since I've been alive.
Now, for all of his narcissism and his flaws, I don't discount. I don't think for a second he doesn't see himself as an American, as a protector of the American people, or as a representative of the American people, as opposed to a lot of these politicians who I think see the American people as a hindrance or as just like a requirement for them to deal with.
They think we're sheep to be shorn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing about it is with Trump, there's things that piss me off that he has done that has totally pissed me off. Mean tweets are not one of them. I don't care. He can tweet all fucking day if he wants. I don't give two shits. If that shit bothers you, you've got bigger problems than mean tweets. So I don't give a shit about that. I don't care what he says that somebody else thinks is stupid or whatever, because almost everything he did that I don't disagree with, he did one hell of a job. He didn't just do anything half-ass. He really went the extra mile to make sure shit was done and done right. And then but the things that do piss me off, there are some pretty deep ones that do make me mad. The one of them is sugarcoating that shit when it comes to the government or law enforcement, or however you want to look at it, the alphabet agencies. I think everybody should be held accountable. I don't give a fuck who you are. And I don't think that you should be given, I don't think that there should be excuses when you fuck up, especially as something as serious as protecting people of any kind or taking care of people of any kind. It's just like doctors. I think they should be held up to a higher standard than you or I that's fucking painting a house. So.
Well, I have to reflect back to Schumer's remarks about you mess with him, CIA and NSA and FBI fellas, they have 7 ways to Sunday to get back at you. And he was smiling when he said it. See, Schumer shouldn't even be in his job because he was CIA, and he shouldn't be. He's not supposed to be in that post. He's not supposed. He shouldn't be allowed to be a senator. The same way Bush should have never been president, the first one, because he was head of the CIA. Did y'all know that? They're not allowed. They're not supposed to do that. And that's one of the reasons George only got 4 years, because he let his CIA badge shine too much, and them people, they're about enriching themselves and their cronies. It's like a big mafia, So I mean, it's taken a long time to set that shit up from the inside, getting the federal judges in their pockets, appointing the federal judges that lean their way, or will take the money and run.
Welcome, man.
Here's what I'll say. I see this as a compelling enough reason that one should be voting for Teflon Don. Okay, they hated him from day one. They hated him. They put people in his administration to impede him. They went in with the Russia hoax from day one. They spent 4 years during his administration trying to stop him from doing anything useful. They tried to impeach him twice. They called him every name in the book. They, if you want to say stolen election, rigged an election, any of those, depending on how you look at it, but same answer all the way, they found a way to get him out of office. They spent 4 more years blaming him for every failure that they have had. They went after him in the courts of law. They've tried to kill him twice. What are they going to do next? Like, the bottom line is they're telling you with every action that they take that they are terrified of him having any modicum of power. And
I know, but the problem is we sit here and say all that, but they are also the same people that are on the side of basically turning our entire world upside down. They have control of almost everything the Democrats do. And I mean everything. Our foods, if you look at how that all fucking shakes down in the end, they are in control of all of that. And we are losing daily and don't even know it. Mass amounts of stuff, mass amounts of resources, like 31 million acres the government just took in a landlock from a bunch of farmers. 31 million acres just in one day. That's just one day. They just did that. That's not including all the other fucking landlocks they've been doing. They are taking, and it's not just, taking yards or a house here and there. They are taking farmland that we have to have. And we are going to be fucked in the process. So when we talk about, them being crazy, the Democrats being crazy and all of that shit, they may be crazy, but they're fucking winning.
Not anymore. They're not winning anymore. They won for a long
I don't know. They just bought 30. They just got landlocked the 31 million acres.
They're still in control. They're in control of the farm stuff right now. But it's all going to be turned around, supposedly.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, Trump did everything he was promised. He promised. He got done.
I agree. But okay, what about like
twice Russia, all that shit.
So for instance, the fact that they've bought our land.
Okay, the fact that they bought this land. Terrible. Sounds nowhere. What's the point? What do you want me to do about it?
Well, I'm not saying that you can do anything. My point is, we were all saying that, the Democrats are, they are going to continue to do their thing or whatever. And we just have to, for some reason, I think everybody's still under the assumption that we can do what we've always done and we can get shit back. But I don't believe that's the case, because even when Trump was in office the last 4 years, when he was in, they were still in control of a ton of shit. Ooh. Yes, Trump was able to do some stuff for us, but for instance, is Trump going to get back all that fucking land that China has bought? That's in our country that they have fucking bought from us? Is he going to get all that land back? I don't believe so. I think these are things that need to really be thought about, because our country is being sold off, and it won't be long.
Bill Gates had a big chunk of it. But you got to. Another thing is, his first 4 years, he was new to it. He didn't know who to trust. He didn't know who was loyal. He didn't know who was a plant or what. Now they know. A lot of the things that's been done over this Biden term is actually finding out who are the rats. Okay, and I'm pretty sure he has a really good idea who the rats are now. And anybody that is happy that he should be brought up on charges for that. How do you bring a guy up on charges for being overzealous about what his place is worth, borrow money and pay every dime back with interest, and the bank still wanting to do business? In other words, a victimless crime. Nobody was hurt, no laws were broken, They had to turn a small charge into a federal one to even charge him. Oh, by the way, and time had expired on that. So I mean, you know, it's they're not playing by the rules. They making up the
That's
rules
the
as they
deal.
go.
We can't play by the rules no more. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's everything. You know, right now it's going good. If you don't know it, we're winning. Will you believe it or not?
I don't think we're winning. I mean, I think that we got a lot of people that like Trump. I do. I think we got a lot of people that want to vote for Trump. But I don't think you understand what they're doing in the background. I don't think you understand how many people they're bringing in here illegally, and they're handing them driver's licenses. And those driver's licenses, I can show you right today where Oregonians, all these Oregonians have come, all these people that have come to Oregon and gotten a driver's license. And in that driver's license, it shows them how they can vote. So these are people that are not even citizens of America.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna hop off down to the chat. And I've said this before. There are basically three options that four options that you have to advocate for and to undertake in the next few months, years, whatever it is. As Art just said, you can't undo 50, 60, 100 years of, creating a situation in 4 years or 8 years.
No.
You go vote for Trump, but it's not about a 4-year presidency. It's about creating a party and a movement that is about putting America first, about creating, real values and morals that we can push as a society, that we can stand for something, not just being about sheer materialism for the, upper class to sell us out. This is why I say, like, you have a few options from here. Option one is you go out and you vote for Trump, hopefully he wins. Hopefully they don't fuck it over again. And you have 4 years of him trying his best, to do the things he can to make the country better in the way that he sees. And people that are working for him, and even on grassroots level and local levels, people have to find ways to be involved in the political process, because that's how you make change. I mean, the stuff that the Democrats have done is make changes through the executive state to how things function. And the Project 2025 or whatever, its aim was to do similar things, but to benefit conservatism. At the end of the day, you can go vote for Trump and you can try and build something in the next few years. You can be a doomer and say, fuck it, I'm not doing anything and the world is ending, I'm going to go hole up. You can say, I'm going to go vote for the Democrats because it's just going to accelerate us to the inevitable end there. We're, in a dystopian nightmare, and that's basically where we already are. Like, those are your basic options. So either you build something or you advocate for, revolution. And it's one or the other at the end of the day. Those are the only two outcomes I see from this that changes anything, but it's not a short-term thing, it's a long-term thing.
If we can get out of this without all of us getting our ass burned up in a nuclear war, look up and see the sky burning, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They don't give a shit, dude. They're pulling out all the stuff. They know they're losing power. So it's going to be, I don't know, man. It's just a God's prayer away. That's all I think it is. You know what I mean? I hate to say it, but mankind, is evil. There's some good people out there. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good people here and everywhere. And we outnumber them. And I think this whole crisis that we're going through, we're not the only one. We are the last vestige of hope for the world. And don't doubt that. Because if we go down, everybody goes down.
Look, I think that humanity will go on. I think that it's going to be long after we, are gone. I don't personally think there's going to be some sort of World War III nuclear war kind of thing, even if there was larger scale conflict. But I think it would be a really sad thing if the future for our society is one where people lose the ability to think for themselves because we're there in a controlled, uh, environment through a government and technology system that takes away their freedoms and their individualism.
Have AI cops chasing you down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I can dig that. If you don't get involved at the lowest levels of your government, would somebody tell me, "Oh, I don't do politics"? Well, you're just a dumbass. That's your freedom you're talking about. That's your rights and to be an American and to live by a constitution, which everybody is jealous of that we have. To say that, "Oh, I don't do politics," that's your freedom. God damn it. Excuse me, Lord, but that is exactly what it is. You're going to turn into a communist state? Is that what you want? Want to be a commie?
Well, I mean,
Ask the people in Russia and Cuba and all them, has communism made their life any better?
well, the problem is that people don't believe their votes are counting anymore, especially after the last election. And so now you got to try to encourage them to do the same thing again. And the Democrats have more control than they had 4 years ago. So
You got less.
you got, I mean, it's a
Not
hard
necessarily.
sale.
4 years ago in Pennsylvania, they got away with counting votes that came in late. They reviewed that case and they overturned it. They said that they're not allowed to do that again. I mean, you can't overturn that election, but they can't count late votes this time.
No. I think
there are systemic issues that happened in 2020 that have been, undone.
I think if you don't have voter ID and paper ballots, we're doomed.
Hey, I agree.
This is the problem. I was just trying to find it, and I did finally find it. And this is what it says. It says, this comes from one of our private journalists that here in Portland, and she pretty much calls all the politicians out on their shit, and she knows her shit. It's called PDX Real is who she is, but it says confidential. I don't want any problems, although this is strange. My girlfriend owns a few restaurants. Her family helps nationals get a legal visa to work here. Food is amazing, by the way. But when we helped them get an ID card with the DMV, they sent them this, not just once, but with 2 people we helped get here. And then it shows them how to get their voter cards and the whole bit. I mean, it goes into great detail.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hop down, by the way. You guys have a good night.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Arby.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. So I just think it's really strange.
LW?
That they can manage LW. I don't follow politics, but politics follows you. That's right.
Come up here, man, because I'm gonna have to leave here in a minute. Hang out with her. Help her.
Yes.
Jim, what's up?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I mean, if they don't, it's not that big a deal. If you need to go play with them kids and get them squared away and show them how to really do it.
We don't have a bunch of kids on this server. We're like I say, we're learning how to do monuments and testing out this build that we're doing, this cave build, and the dude's amazing, man. He's amazing. I can do it, but I'm just I'll be a farmer. I'll go get the shit and let you build it. That's the easy part.
Yeah.
But the trouble where we're in right now I think a bunch of it can be solved with President Trump being reelected. I thoroughly believe the pathway to free and honest elections is voter ID with an ID, a driver's license, a real driver's license, a resident driver's license, that you're a resident, and anybody caught giving an illegal agent in somebody else's country a resident license should be held accountable. I think it's Americans only should vote in this. Just common sense, and I think it should be paper ballots with that ID, and two opposing sides counting them one by one. We'll have it done one night. You show up, you make your if you can't show up to cast your vote, unless it was meant. Don't.
I kind of believe that too. Here in Oregon, it's mail-in.
And mail-in ballots were meant for our military overseas. It wasn't meant for the everyday Joe. You can get up and go to the store. You can get up and go vote.
Well, even like in the nursing homes and assisted livings, they actually had it where they could vote. They would have somebody from the voter's office come, and they would go through the whole thing and let all the residents vote. We do that in Oregon, but I still think that's better than mail-in ballots where you've got nobody checking the IDs of any of these. They're going off of a signature.
I don't want no electronics whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
It's like they said that one. Oh, it's not hooked up to the internet. And come find out it was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
How long you been home?
About an hour and a half. I didn't plan on. I won't go too long tonight because I went so long last night, and I was exhausted by the time I got off here last night. So I was like, I think I'm gonna cut it short tonight. I got tons of stuff I could be doing, so that I need to catch up on it. I haven't been able to because I've been so busy. So
I think
plus
I was asleep before I actually got into the bed.
I think I was too. I need to.
I told you I got to go take my naps. That was just a straight up signal to go take a nap. But I was so sleepy.
I got to catch up on all my stuff for the store, so I have tons of stuff to put into the store, and I haven't done it. So
What store?
The creator store, the top quality T-shirt. Yeah.
By the way, if y'all want a nice Gutters Club T-shirt, top quality.
That's right. Top quality shirts.
You could actually get a go fuck yourself mug there.
That's right. I actually drank out of that one this morning. Yep, you can go get yourself all kinds of top quality stuff. We have been working on the store quite a bit, so that things have been moved around and trying to make sure we don't have stuff in there that we don't actually have stuff in there. It'll say it because a lot of times, if you're not paying attention, it'll show where you go to order something and it's actually out of stock. So I'm trying to pay attention to those sorts of things too, which is not easy.
Too.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Poor Joey.
Yeah. Okay, well I'm gonna split and go see if he's online. If he's not online, he takes the night off. I'll come on back. But
all right, you have a good night, Mr. Douglas.
Trump 2024.
That's right.
If you don't vote for Trump, hope you poop the bed.
Thanks, Mr. Duggar. You have a great night. So yeah, we are kicking it. Hey, Wanda E. There was somebody else I was going to say hey to. Who was it? Can't remember who I seen. Mav, I said hey. Didn't I? Yeah, I did. Mavid said, I'm not sure, but didn't Clinton or who sold our uranium mines? We need those back, no doubt. Yeah. Yep. What else do we got? Yes, I have been working on the store, tired, just fearlessly trying to get a bunch of stuff done in between all my other stuff. And so I thought maybe tonight, if I did get off of here at a decent hour, I could work on that a little bit without a bunch of disturbance from, kids, cats, and dogs. And I'm already yawning. I got up way too early this morning. I did not want to get out of bed. It sucks when you're not used to being up late. I don't know how. I always feel bad when I'm like, it's midnight and I'm literally dragging ass doing this number. And everybody from the East Coast is like, wow, it's, 4:00 in the morning here. We're still going. I want to go to another stream. I'm like, fuck that. No way, man. Can't do it. Yeah. So, what else? I did see where DeSantis was talking about the whole thing. I was actually watching his press conference that he had today and how he was going to put his own dogs on it. And so, that probably is a good idea, but I still feel like it's a government investigating the government. Y'all are talking in your own little things there, aren't you? I can see you. Yeah, it's a quickie. Usually I go way longer. This is only an hour and a half. I usually go way longer than this. But I don't blame people for them being, talked out. We did a lot of talking last night. We didn't talk much about all this, but I'm sure people have talked in other streams and other places and, with other people. And so they're probably talked out of it. And I totally understand. I hadn't really. Today was the first time I had really got to kind of dig into it a little bit and check some stuff out. And I still think it's an inside job, just like the last one. I think they're fucking ridiculous. I usually go longer. That's right. Tony, hey, what's up? How are you? That's what he said. Right, Blunt? Blisterbilt. Trump won the 2020 presidential election by a landslide. I agree. What the Democrats did to steal that election was a nation-ending act of war. I do agree. I do. Wholeheartedly. Yes, thank you all for coming and hanging out. But I am going to play the, I got to play the new, it's the intro, it's the outro, it's the everything. You guys are going to get that. And then, yeah. So, thank y'all for coming, hanging out. Sorry it was a quickie. I know most people don't like quickies. I usually don't like quickies either, but tonight I'm making an exception because, as you can see I'm exhausted. Yes. Thank you all so much. Thanks, Mr. Bill, Sugar Britches, Tony, Bluntman, Bobby, LW, Mrs. Mac, RB, who else? Mr. Duggar, and I check this out. Have you ever got to say goodnight before I have left? I'm pretty sure this is like a first ever. I'm slipping. Good night, Lace and Blaze. One each. I'm trying to get everybody. Who else? Tony, Bobby, right? I didn't see Flatty. Flatty must be busy. Blunt Man. Art. If I'm missing somebody, I'm going to feel really bad. I hate that. Nils. Okay. Anybody else? I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Ty. Okay. I think if I'm missing you, say, hey, Brent. Mav. I'm flying through here. Wanda. Kimmy, baby. Is she still here? Okay. I think I did all that I can possibly do, right? Okay. There we go. Sorry, Ann. Yep. So, if I miss anybody, hey. Love yous all. Thanks so much. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday and the rest of your week. You know, I'll see you in the YouTube streets, I'm sure. And if not, I will see you back here on Friday for Coffee Club. Because I try not to miss those. Sometimes I do, though, but I'll be here. I'll do everything I can to be here. So, thanks so much. I don't have Flatty here to count out. I feel funky. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. No doubt. I'd like to, but I gotta get to the grandbaby. Right on, Kimmy. Good night, y'all. Have a blessed week and a fun one.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
Step right up, got tickets on sale. In today's episode, trains coming off the rails. Watch it all burn from the screen on your phone. But don't you worry about it, you're safe at home. Every talking head will tell you everything's fine. It's the blind leading the blind. Yeah, it's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on. You're the world's strongest man, just dropped the ball. And the tent's caving in from the weight of it all. Yeah, the lion's at the cage, puppets in a rage, and the ringleader's on parade. It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that it's the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.
Come on! Witness the greatest show on earth! Ignore the flames! He's not standing! Everything's fine!
It's a circus out here, we're wobbling on a wire. There's a lady with a beard, clowns juggling fire. Elephants and donkeys got us jumping through hoops. Y'all wish that I was lying, but you know that is the truth. Get your popcorn ready and pour you something strong. If the world's still spinning, the shit show goes on.